Okay, so I will continue with that. Okay, so we are talking about the design aspects. Okay, relative velocity remains constant here. Okay, as the fluid velocity, relative velocity of the fluid remains constant. Okay, as it flows through the moving blade. That is because of the frictionless condition here. Okay, so you can see VR1 is equal to VR2. That is the condition. Okay, and maximum velocity, the outlet world velocity is 0. So here you can see the world velocity is 0. Okay, when beta is 90, which means we have extracted all the world component of the fluid at outlet. So we are just leaving the fluid which is having no tendency to rotate the turbine. That is the meaning, or to rotate the blade. So it is V2 is equal to Vf2, which is just the flow velocity. To maintain its flow, we are discharging the fluid. V2 becomes Vf2, flow velocity, which becomes, it is necessary for making it to flow. I cannot make Vf2 as 0. If I make Vf2 0, the fluid will not flow, and the machine is said to be stalled, okay, or choked. Okay, so there is no flow conditions. No flow conditions will take place. So in order to avoid that, okay, or to get maximum efficiency, so at the maximum V2 can be made equal to Vf2. At that condition, beta will be 90, and the world component at outlet will be 0, and correspondingly the efficiency will be maximum. So that is one more condition you have to understand. Okay, for maximum condition velocity, the velocity must be 0, and the input energy here, you know, it is impulse machine. So per unit mass of the fluid, it is of V1 squared. Okay, and the blade work. So what is the work done by the blade? So because the fluid is striking and the work is done by the blade. Okay, so work done by the blade per kg of the fluid. So you can use the classical Euler's equation. So already we have got the equation for power, which is m dot into Vw1 minus Vw2 into u. Okay, now it is work done per kg. So which means m dot is 1. Okay, so I have removed that m here. So it is simply Vw1 minus Vw2 into u. Okay, so for maximum condition, this Vw2 is 0. Okay, maximum work. And the blade efficiency, next parameter is blade efficiency, otherwise known as utilization factor. It is defined as the ratio of blade work to the input energy what we have supplied to the turbine system. Okay, so input energy, that is the kinetic energy that we supply. Okay, it is because we are talking about the impulse machine. So blade efficiency is given by this expression. Okay, so numerator we have the blade work per unit mass, and the denominator we have the kinetic energy per unit mass. So that is known as the blade efficiency, otherwise known as utilization factor. Another term, speed ratio. Okay, so the speed ratio often is used in turbo machines. Speed ratio is defined as the ratio between the blade speed and the fluid velocity, inlet velocity. Okay, absolute velocity. So blade speed, you know, it is u, and the fluid velocity at inlet, the jet velocity at inlet, okay, which is issuing from the nozzle, it is V1. So accordingly we can have u by V1. Sigma is equal to, sigma is the notation used to represent speed ratio, and sigma is equal to u by V1. And next thing is flow coefficient. So what is flow coefficient? Flow, it is derived with flow upon flow velocity. Okay, you have to consider about the flow velocity. So it is the ratio between the flow velocity and the blade speed. Okay, that ratio is known as the flow coefficient. So remember, flow velocity, that is the axial velocity. Okay, that is flow coefficient. Speed ratio means it is the ratio between the blade speed and the jet speed. Flow means flow velocity and the blade speed. Okay, given by say phi. Okay, phi is equal to Vf, the flow velocity, by u. I repeat, Vf is flow velocity, otherwise known as axial velocity. Some books will define as axial velocity by the blade velocity. Okay, so I will stop here. Okay, so to sum up, so today we have seen the fundamentals of an axial flow turbine, then the fundamentals, the working principle of an impulse turbine. So we have drawn how the pressure and velocity varies in the nozzle and moving blade, and where the velocity angle actually are there. So it is between the nozzle and the blade and the outlet of the blade. These things we have discussed, and the important design aspects. Okay, what are the design aspects we have to see? Blade velocity is constant because it is axial flow. Input energy is kinetic energy, so we are using half mv1 squared, and zero axial thrust. In order to avoid vibrations, the flow component or axial component of velocity remains constant, which is vf1 is equal to vf2. Then the machine is impulse, which means there is no pressure change. There is no pressure change in the moving blade, so the velocity in the moving blade, that is the relative component, also remains constant. Vr1 is equal to Vr2, otherwise known as frictionless condition. And for maximum efficiency, the whirl component at outlet must be 0, and the blade efficiency is defined as the ratio between work done to the kinetic energy. Speed ratio is defined as the ratio between the blade speed to the jet speed v1 or absolute velocity v1 at inlet, and the flow coefficient is defined as the ratio between the flow coefficient, flow velocity, and the blade velocity. So I will stop here, and we shall resume in the next class, okay, upon the details of further analysis of axial flow turbines. Thank you.